The Oklahoma Sooners might have one of the best recruiting weeks upcoming. The Oklahoma Sooners are looking to shock the college football recruiting world. Right now, there are 3 recruits who are all heavily linked to the Oklahoma Sooners in the class of 2024, and all 3 of them are in the top 10 recruits. Not top 10 at their position, top 10 in the class. If the Oklahoma Sooners are able to land all 3 of these guys, these would be keystone guys that you're building your franchise around, and Oklahoma might be, they're gearing up to be real nice when they go to the SEC if they land these 3 guys. So all my Oklahoma Sooner fans, leave this video a like if you want to see all 3 of these 5-star recruits land and end up in Norman, Oklahoma, as well as hit that subscribe button, because the second that these guys commit, we're going to be making a video about it, and hopefully it's for the Oklahoma Sooners. But everybody, sit back and look at the 3 potential 5-star recruits that are going to be going to Norman, Oklahoma. 3, 2, 1. Starting it off, you always love to see when a player from Texas ends up going to Oklahoma. The '1 player in Texas, the 3rd best wide receiver in the country, and the 9th best recruit in the class of 2024, my guy Bryant Wesco, standing at 6'2", 180 pounds. This guy is one of the most versatile wide receivers in the class. I mean, just look at him snap that route off, extend, catch it with his hands across the middle. He's not afraid of nothing, and then go and take it to the crib like it's nothing. Bryant Wesco, coming out of Midlothian High School, is one of the most polished and well-rounded wide receivers in the class. I mean, honestly, he gets great comparisons to Jeremiah Smith, who is the #1 wide receiver in the country. I just think that they both have that prototypical frame that you're looking for from wide receivers nowadays. You're looking for a guy who's tall but not overly big. We're past the days of needing the 6'4", 220, 230 pound wide receivers. Now you need a guy who's about 6'1", a $180, a $190 if you're lucky, but can run routes like crazy and can get open. And Bryant Wesco personifies all of that. This guy has great hands, tracks the ball extremely well, and then as soon as he gets some daylight, he is cooking out there. Give me that. Just go up and high point it. Yeah, I love Bryant Wesco's game. Oklahoma, so far, they've been doing a good job of recruiting wide receivers here and there. Look at this release. Look at the patience. Nope, got him. That's a great slant route. Like, the route running is what I love to see from top wide receivers. And to me, Bryant Wesco is a top wide receiver for a reason. This kid is just very fluid, and he knows how to play the wide receiver position. There's some guys, I say it in a lot of my wide receiver videos, there's some guys who they're good athletes, and they play wide receiver because they're good athletes. They're big, they're tall, and they're fast. But that's not how you play wide receiver, it's just by being big, tall, and fast. You need to have some skill and some technical finesse. Bryant Wesco has that technical finesse. And then just get going. Look at the acceleration down the sideline. Next up, switching over to the defensive side of the ball, the Oklahoma Sooners are linked with 5-star defensive lineman David Stone, standing at 6'4", 270 pounds. He is the 3rd best player in Florida, the 2nd best defensive lineman in the country, and the 7th best recruit in the class of 2024. You can see just how quickly he is getting. I love seeing these big defensive linemen, but when they're really quick, when they got that twitch to them. You know, some guys are they're people movers, but they're not super athletic. David Stone, you can see he's getting out of his stance with a quickness and some twitch about him. Playing for IMG Academy, you know that they're playing the best of the best week in and week out. There are no off games. And so my guy David Stone, he's used to going up against 4- and 5-star offensive tackles and guards on a week in and week out basis. So he knows how to produce at the college level already, going up against that level of talent. Yeah, my guy David Stone, again, 6'4", 270, and he's got that twitch to him. He's got great burst, and he's got a deep pass rushing bag too. He can swim, he can rip, he can hit him with the push pull. He's a very, very, very complete defensive lineman. Again, when you've been covering high school football for as long as I have, you'll notice that there's some guys who are great athletes. There are some guys who can put together, they're like really technically sound, but they might not be the most gifted physically. And then the 5-star recruits are normally guys who are great athletes, but also are very technically sound. Coming out of IMG Academy, they produce college talent like it's nothing. honestly, I mean, they are a cheat code high school. So David Stone is out here. He's putting up ridiculous numbers going up against some of the best teams in the country. And he's just out here just doing what he needs to do. Again, the 7th best player in the class of 2024. And not only are these Sooners linked with the 2nd best defensive lineman in the country, but they're linked with the #1 defensive lineman in the country in 5-star defensive lineman Williams Nwaneri. He is standing at 6'5", 250 pounds of pure animal. His ability to get out of his stance with a quickness is undeniable. He is the 3rd best player in the class of 2024 for a reason. His physical prowess brings just tears to everybody that is on that offensive side of the ball. His explosiveness, again, 6'5", 250, and I mean, you could put him as a defensive lineman, you could throw him out on the edge. He gives you a lot of versatile looks. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Oklahoma used him to drop back into coverage on some spy or just some like confusion looks. He is the #1 player coming out of the state of Missouri. He's the #1 defensive lineman in the class, 5-star recruit for a reason. He is able to just put it all together. If you thought that David Stone was an animal, just add that much more athleticism and a little bit more size. They're 2 different defensive linemen. My guy David Stone is more of your traditional, big body. He's gonna be taking up space, clogging up running lanes. Williams Nwaneri, he's the guy who's gonna be getting after that quarterback, giving you double-digit sacks, 20+ tackle for loss seasons. Again, if Oklahoma is able to land all 3 of these guys, you're going to have one of the most effective pass rushes in all of college football, let alone the SEC. But then you will also have one of the most explosive and dynamic wide receivers in the country as well. Oklahoma, all my Sooner fans, I would be praying that you guys are able to land all 3 of these guys. Again, you guys are the #1 team. You're crystal balled to get these 3 players. You got like all of the top recruiting analysts have Oklahoma as the favorite and a majority favorite for all 3 of these recruits. I don't think I've seen normally, okay, yeah, we've seen your Alabamas and your Georgias, maybe even Texas A&M a couple years ago, bring in some really talented, bring in a lot of 5-star recruits. I don't think I've seen a team bring in 3 top 10 players in the same recruiting class. I think Texas A&M might have done it, but it's very rare. And for Oklahoma to do it, it just shows that the Brent Venables era is working, is doing good. Again, it's a great sign of positive coaching is, hey, do the top players want to come to your school? And if you guys are able to land all 3 of these guys, it's going to be speaking volumes. So those are the 3 5-star recruits that Oklahoma is favored to land. Again, all 3 of these guys are top 10 recruits in the country. You have the #9, #7, and #3 recruits all projected to go to Oklahoma. All my Sooner fans, comment down below. Obviously, you guys all want to get all 3 of them, but who do you guys believe is the can't miss guy? Do you think that it's Bryant Wesco out there on the wide receiver position, or is it going to be one of the defensive linemen? Out of the 2 defensive linemen, who do you guys like better, David Stone or Williams Nwaneri? Comment that all down below. I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are. It's looking good in Norman, Oklahoma. That's all I gotta say. I love and appreciate all y'all. Leave this video a like again. Comment your thoughts down below. Hit that subscribe button, because when these guys inevitably do commit to Oklahoma, we're gonna be making a video right here, keeping you up to date with everything Oklahoma Sooner football. Football season is just around the corner, so hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications. We're gonna keep you up to date with all that. I love and appreciate all y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.